Good morning, y'all. I'm out here on another hike, and I wanted to talk about going on vacation in early sobriety this morning. I wanted to make this video quick because I'm trying to make good timing on the trails this morning. Plus, there's not like a ton I want to talk about the topic, but I just wanted to let y'all know my thoughts on it. So honestly, going on vacation sober is really tough. The first time I tried to do it, I failed. I think I had maybe 1 month clean, and I was going to Mexico with my family, and we were staying at a resort. And it's one of those all-inclusive resorts where there's free drinks. You're surrounded by, the most kind of debauchery. I had people offering me cocaine and weed, anything I could get my hands on down there. And I'm just gonna say, it did not go well. As the vacation went on, there was a ton of cringy moments. I acted like an idiot in public. I was blackout. I was actually annoying my friends and family as I was under the influence down there. It just, it just went how I predicted it would go. What I would really suggest is, say you have a vacation coming up in a couple weeks, I would just try to cut back beforehand if you don't have a lot of time, and then just see how you do. Don't beat yourself up and don't force yourself to go sober if you don't have a lot of time to prepare before the vacation. Maybe if you have a month or two beforehand, that'd be a different story. But if it's right around the corner, say like a week or two, and you're just gonna tell yourself that I'm gonna be sober for this trip, good luck, because it's gonna be really fucking difficult. So while I failed that first attempt, I did try again a couple months later, and this time I had ample time to prepare. My second trip I went on with family was to Asheville, North Carolina, and I had a good time. It was a really cool town. There's a lot of cool shit to do, cool people, and I was surrounded by breweries, and I'm, a big beer drinker. I was all about the craft breweries, the fancy porters, the IPAs, all that shit. So all those kind of bars and dive bars and breweries, that was up my alley. And luckily I had enough clean time under my belt that I was able to ignore it, and it wasn't too bad. The best thing you can do when you're going on a vacation in early recovery is have someone or everyone in your party be an accountability buddy. So go with people that you trust, or take a buddy that you trust. I've went on future vacations with a sober buddy, and I was able to have a good time. A couple months ago, I was able to go to Florida, and I went with a sober buddy, and the entire week I was able to have a good time. Didn't have one drink, didn't have any kratom, and we went to a kava bar that offered kratom, and I was a little bit nervous beforehand, but I didn't have any. So I was able to make it through okay because I had my buddy with me. I had plenty of time under my belt, and I wasn't tempted. I didn't just rush into the vacation without a plan. Also, the other thing is, when you're going on vacation with a lot of people, people will have different schedules. You'll have some people that want to do this, some people that want to do that. And if you're put into an uncomfortable situation, you can say no. So if everyone's going to some kind of event and there's a lot of drinking, or there's a lot of hammered or fucked up people around you, you can plan something else at that time. You can meet up with them later, and don't be afraid to do that, because if your sobriety's on the line, you got to look out for yourself. You just got to know that before you go into a lot of these potential situations, that you could be triggered by a lot of things and that it can bother you, and you got to be prepared for that. Like back in the day, I used to be a club goer, and I'd go to raves and events like that, and I just wouldn't put myself in a situation like that if I wasn't going with people that weren't using, and it's not like an artist or someone that I'm not already a fan of. I wouldn't just rush into it and jump into it and say, fuck it, I'm going, and be tempted to use. I want to make sure that I have my recovery shield of people around me, that I'm mentally prepared to go into this situation, and I'm not going to put myself in any kind of compromising situation where I'm going to give in and use. And one of the best things about making it through a vacation sober is that if you make it through, it's a real sense of accomplishment, because that's one of the toughest things, at least for me. That was one of the toughest things to do, because all my vacations before growing up, I was always fucked up. I was always smoking weed, doing coke, doing pills, doing kratom, doing whatever I could get my hands on. And if I can make it through a week or something in a lot of these situations, and I have the wits and the strength about me to get through that without using, I know I can get through anything. Now, it doesn't mean I could be cocky, but it means that I know that I'm stronger. and I can apply what I've learned to my daily life and not give in and pick up no matter what. And y'all already know that I'm a 12-stepper. I've talked about it in other videos, but that's another tool that comes in handy. When you're on vacation somewhere else, you can look around and see what kind of meetings are in the area. One of the cool things about seeing meetings in other areas is seeing how they do things differently. In different places, they have different ways of doing things, and it's cool to network and meet new people and get out there in the world and see what's up. And if you feel tempted to use, that's an option that's always there. So it can help make your recovery stronger. And when I'm in those situations where I'm surrounded by friends and family and strangers that are all drinking, using, giving in, you know, I'd be in some vacations where I'd see people around me and they're just obviously intoxicated in public, and I just know to myself that I'm getting through this okay without giving in. Don't forget why you quit in the first place. There's a reason that you quit, and there's a reason that you're pushing yourself to behave and not give in during all of this shit. So always keep that in the back of your mind, no matter what's going on around you. None of that external shit matters. What matters is that you get through the day clean, and the longer you do that, oddly enough, the easier it gets. I actually rarely think about using. It doesn't really cross my mind that much, especially nowadays. The first 6 months, it was really tough. I would think about it all the time. But now that it's been a little bit over a year, it really doesn't come up that much. So the longer you stick with it, the stronger your recovery backbone is, and the more it's just implemented into your daily life. I wanted to make this video pretty quick. I actually wasn't even planning on shooting anything today. It's just that it's summertime. I know vacations are coming up, and it just crossed my mind to address that to anyone who might be going on vacation anytime soon, who was thinking about kicking kratom, alcohol, pills, or whatever your substance of choice is. And I just felt like rambling a little bit about my experience on it. And maybe I'll go into more detail about it later, but I just felt like saying hi today. It's a beautiful Sunday morning this morning. It's actually Memorial Day weekend, so I got a nice 3-day weekend. I just got fish tickets yesterday, which I'm fucking stoked about. I'm a huge deadhead. I've always been a casual fish head, but I've never seen them live, so I got really nice seats to see them coming up soon, and I'm geeking the fuck out. And then tomorrow's gonna be an awesome day. I'm seeing another homie who I haven't seen in well over a year, and he had a substance abuse problem as well, and he's been sober for 8 months, and I didn't know about it. So I just hit him up the other day, and we're gonna hang out tomorrow, have like a little mini reunion. So it's gonna be a cool weekend. I'm excited. And pardon the shaky cam. Like I said, I wasn't planning on shooting a video today. I normally have my little selfie stick kind of thing that I carry to make things a little bit more stable, but I'm just kind of winging it today. So I hope y'all are doing well out there. And if you're new to recovery, and if you're just starting out on this journey, just stick with it. You might fuck up, you might relapse early on. That shit happens. Don't beat yourself up. Just dust yourself off. Get back to it when you can, and try again. And the more that you try again, eventually it will stick. And I've said before in comments and to other people that I probably relapsed well over a dozen to 2 dozen times when I was first stopping kratom, alcohol, and all my other various substances that I was using. So just stick with it and don't get discouraged, and keep at it, and eventually you'll get there. Just use the tools that I talk about and that are available to you out there, and take advantage of it. And don't not try it either. Like a lot of people, they keep trying to quit on their own, and it's nah, just fully jump in, fully embrace recovery and jump in, because you know you should. You're watching these videos for a reason. You want to quit for a reason deep down inside in your heart. So just give it a shot. I'll make another video sometime soon in the near future, one that's more prepared than this one that I'm totally winging, and I'll be sure to talk to you guys in the future. Peace out, y'all.